Look out for the guns. Remember with. So, if you can see the thing at the bottom there, that's the important thing, obviously. It will take you to our Kickstarter for the album, the very exciting album. It's very exciting. I'm just going to take a moment. Because moments are good, and the thing hasn't appeared yet, but apparently it's starting. The thing says, the dashboard thing says it's receiving my content. Like a good little website should. I should cover this label up. I don't want to be accused of advertising. Oh dear. It's been a long day. I may move this camera a little. It's a bit better. Yeah, I'm back. I'm on. How exciting. I should probably wait for people to arrive. No one's arrived. Oh, hello. Hello, Plankton 1975. Weren't you on last time? It is evening. Good evening to you. How are we doing today? Wow, this lag is quite amazing. It's like 30-40 seconds lag. So, you know, when you ask your questions, don't worry if there's no answer for ages. Matthew Crocker, how are you today? You fine, sir, you fine gentleman. I hope you've supported the album with your hard-earned poker winnings. Everyone's typing butts. This is the thing today, is it? Last time it was shoes on heads and now it's butts a lot. Yes, my voice is audible today. Hopefully there should be no echo. I read up on what was causing it. Apparently I had two things on, the webcam microphone and this one at the same time, which it obviously wouldn't help. Not that the distance in sound is immense, like the time it takes to travel between the two, but yeah, apparently it caused all sorts of issues. I thought I'd be able to play music as well with this one, to give you a taste of the album, which is the purpose of this stream, The Bloody Raven. Excuse me, I'm going to belch. I shouldn't have drank Coca-Cola. Mr. Gur Tacos, if you have no slightest idea what album I'm talking about, it's the second Savlonic album. The thing at the bottom, this text here, it's entirely what you need to know. Just go to the URL and you know, help support starving animators. And it is animators, because the idea of this one is, yes, you'll get the album and a music video, Savlonic music video, which everyone likes when they're told about it by the wonderful YouTube. But also, should we get to our stretch goals, then I'm gonna start roping in other animators that I love. I've been speaking to a few people and it should be good. Got lots of good ideas for it. I'm not going to do shout outs, Spencer Shapiro. So we got some questions and they're scrolling too fast already. Oh, okay. Here we go. Thank you for the good luck, by the way. Call thing. If you've got no money, Liam, that's fine. Spread the word. That's helpful too. The more people that know about it, the better. Isabella Cruz has a sensible question. When did I start animating? And you know what? I have no idea. I mean, obviously I was always drawing and doodling and stuff. But I guess I started animating on the Commodore 64, really, but with like sprites and stuff. But obviously no one saw that because this was pre-internet. You youth with your internets, you have no idea, you have no clue. I know what it was like. It was good. No, it wasn't. It was terrible. But yeah, properly, I guess with like Flash version 2003, we'll say, which was a long time, 1998. Hello, Mr. Aquila. I may be asking you for a remix, sir, because your last one was so damn fine. Someone else was asking if they could remix. Thomas Horek. I'm not sure what your music is, but if it's good, get in touch. You can use my email. For somebody, Thanmore Gaming. Was it you? No, Starlight Winter. Thanks for helping. Has Cupquake on Notice Me Senpai. Yes, it's doing rather well, isn't it? That one's had over 1 million views. For a long time, thanks to the algorithm. I should stop moaning about YouTube. I can't help it. It made me so angry the other day. I went off on a massive rant at the wife. Poor wife. But yeah, it's nice to know that I haven't lost it completely. Because, you know, we did the animation, we wrote the song, and she sang wonderfully on it, and it seems to be doing rather well. And they seem quite happy to work with us again in the future, which is also good. Because, you know, that keeps us going. And I like making things for you guys. Oh no, Ethan Bradbury's here. What was my favourite song to do? Says Spencer Shapiro. It always changes. I mean, if we're talking Savlonic songs, probably The Driver of the ones you've heard. The ones you haven't heard, I like some of them a lot more. A lot of them a lot more. To be honest, it's a very good album. It's not as funny, like it's not silly. I was listening to Red today as I was doing my lifts, and some of the lyrics it's quite hard to explain to the trainer what was going on there. Yeah, what a mistake. But we've got a similar question. What is my favourite animation on my channel? No, it's what is your favourite animation on your channel, Caroline202? Sort your grammar out. Your, it's just Y-O-U-R in this case, belonging to me, not you are, which is what you've done with your apostrophe. Sort it out. Your life's a mess. Favourite animation on my channel? I know this. It's Walk in the Woods, because I think it's like a proper. It tells a story, and it's quite sad in its own little way. That's why. What is my favourite David Firth cartoon? Asks Saldik. Oh, it's the one with the dog in the guitar, but I can't remember for the life of me what the name of it is. It's got a very strange name, hasn't it? Because it's not quite as dark, but it's still Firthy odd, which is brilliant. He went quite dark later on. That's okay. That's his bag. And I'm not saying they're bad, because they're not bad. They're all really, really good. I love David Firth. I think he's amazing. I love his dad too. His dad's amazing. He guided me well. Thank you. Sup guys, I'm Shrimp Glockenspiel. I can't speak today. This is just my voice though, really, isn't it? I guess. Like bumbling fool. Yeah, I'm not drunk all the time, I swear. I've had Coca-Cola and that's it. I don't drink a lot. Every now and again. What made me choose retro wave style for the new album, says Effective Carrot? I'll tell you what. I love synthwave. And I'll tell you what, it's kind of... synthwave is awesome because it's really melodic. And it's kind of the music I grew up on as well, being a child of the 80s. I am an old man. I won't apologise for that. But it's nice because it's got all that and the sort of chilled out modern edge. It's a fantastic style. I love it a lot. Synthwave is cool. Synthwave, retro wave, outrun, whatever you want to call it. It's very nice. Yes, the aesthetic. Wow, a stream indeed. Let's have another question, shall we? Who should ask me a question? What up, Weebl? I'm doing a stream. That's what up, Sebastian Richter. That's what's up. We're streaming. This is what we do. What is my favourite salving song? Asked Pie Guy. Though he has a weird umlaut over the U. Is it an umlaut? I think it is. I'm not sure what my favourite salving song is. Is that when I'm applying salve? I guess so. A good song to apply salve to. Probably Cream by Prince. What is love? Asks the Neon Jaguar. Some of your names, honestly. I can't talk. Weebl's a terrible name. Baby Don't Hurt Me, obviously. Dank. Mic is a bit weird. What do you mean my mic is a bit weird? It's a lovely microphone. It's a Rhodes, I believe, this one. Yes, it is. It's very quiet. In a good way, not as in a whatever way. And if it sounds weird to you, that is literally probably just my voice. Cola was a big mistake. I should make someone a moderator. Not that it seems to be out of hand at the moment. Why do I look so sweaty? I think it's just the lighting, to be honest. There's a great big light just above my head. I'm actually quite dry. I'm not sweaty. It keeps making noise. I think that's my headphones, which I can take off, actually, because there's no sound. There, that's probably better, eh? They're very old headphones. They're very nice. They sound brilliant for tracking and stuff. I should wear these. It's kind of a comfort thing more than anything else, really, I guess. But these are nice. They're less squeaky. I guess I could oil those ones. I should. I'm very sad, actually, because my wife, bless her, bought me a really fancy brown limited edition pair of these. I would highly recommend these, by the way, if you're into like decent headphones. These are the Audio-Technica M50s. This is not out of it. I actually just really like them. I think they're about 80 quid or something. But yes, these have seen better days. But then I have had them for about 8 years. They're quite squeaky. But you know, if you're singing, you need that closed. And if you're not singing, you're doing all the mixing, use these ones with the open back. Because you get a wider sound. There we go. Sound advice from me, your friendly host, Mr. Weebl. What is my favourite type of pie? This is a brilliant question because I do, as you may know, love pie. And it's the Matador pie by Pie Minister because it's got chorizo in and some beans and all kinds of tasty flavours. And the crust is very, very nice. Right. Will the album tracks endlessly loop like the Flash versions? Asked someone and then it disappeared off the screen. Crisp Patstone. Okay. That's a sensible name. I don't know why I'm laughing. Talking of laughing inappropriately, I was once in a room with David Mitchell judging a comedy thing of all things. And I laughed in his face at something he did. It wasn't deserved, looking back on it now, and I'm quite embarrassed about that. He looked at me like I'd gone mad or being very rude. And in fairness, he was right. But he was given a bottle of ale that he'd ordered and asked very politely if he could have it in a glass, please. And that made me laugh because it just seemed very his character in his show. Could I possibly have a glass? It's not funny, is it? I shouldn't have laughed, but I did laugh. I feel slightly bad about that. Isabella Cruz says, do another Doge video. I'm not going to do another Doge video. I'll tell you why. I felt bad after doing the first one. Because it was me. This was after the changes on YouTube. You think I've got a loose cable on my microphone? Perhaps. It seems pretty solid to me. There we go. Crackly mic. Everyone's saying crackly mic. Let me have a quick listen. I don't think that's a crackly mic, actually. I think that's just weird buffering issues. I should close Reason. That's probably the cause of it. Computer doesn't seem to like having several things on at once, doing audio stuff. Hopefully that's improved it. Oh god, I got distracted and missed a load of questions, didn't I? I'm scrolling up. Everyone stop typing for a second. Am I good at maths? Asked LeSweeney. No, but not terrible, but you know, I'm not what do we call the best. Art was mainly my thing. But I failed art weirdly at A level, mainly because I almost poisoned the teacher, I think. It was an accident. There was a cup of what looked like coffee on the table, brown, in a mug. So I washed out my oil paint brushes in it. And yeah, then she took a swig, but it was obviously full of terps at that point. So she wasn't best pleased when she was throwing up brown terpsy water full of oil paint into the sink. Yes. But you know, don't leave your mug on the side there. What a mistake to make. Yeah, his mistake was on my part, I guess, because it's kind of obvious talking about it that it was actually a mug of coffee rather than just a mug of brown water for cleaning. Yeah. Oh well, I didn't really like her anyway. She wasn't really my bag. What am I doing? Neon is almost funded, you say. Noskovian. We're still $7,000 off. So, yes, we have some time. I've heard some amazing news from Kickstarter Actual that they're going to put it on their big fancy page next week and promote it because they like it so much. That's amazing. Aidan Maltby. Do you know any free music software for noobs? Yes, I do. Well, it's kind of free. It's called Reaper. It's quite like Cubase and Logic and all that sort of thing, how it's laid out. You can pretty much use it for as long as you like. However, you should pay for it if you want to use it properly. And even then, it's quite cheap. So, yes, you get to learn how to do all your Dory type stuff. And then, you know, then you should pay for your software. I use Reason myself. There's a 30-day demo, I believe. I like Reason. Some people find it very weird, but I really like it. I like all the weird leads on the back. It just looks like a proper old studio. Isabella Cruz asks, how much money do you make on YouTube? It's very rude to ask people how much they make, but I can tell you, not really much. We spend more than we make, to be honest, on the animations. It used to be better. But obviously YouTube has decided not to show our videos to most of our subscribers most of the time, which is a great idea. Why would people want to see things that take months to make and have lots of love and care put into them? Why would you want to do that when you could watch some people dressed as Spider-Man and what's-her-face from Frozen and the Joker do some poorly performed skit and get 60 million views? Why would you want that? You don't want that. You know what you want. Cheesy goldfish toast. Where in the UK are you from? I am originally from Doncaster in South Yorkshire, which you don't visit if you don't have to. But now I live in Bristol, which is awesome. The skies are awesome in Bristol, I have to tell you. Because, you know, it changes every 5 minutes. It was raining and then hail, and now it's sunny again. Though, well, it would be sunny, but it's night time. The nights are very clear as well. I like that. In London, where I used to live, you got very orange skies, orange stroke purple skies, and here it's actually proper dark at night. Not so good if you're walking around the streets at 2 a.m, I guess, but you know, it's nice when you're just outside looking at sky. I like that. Thank you, Evangelion. The way I speak, being fantastic, it's something I've doubted for many years, because lots of people just think I'm drunk or high. I'm never high or drunk. All right, sometimes a bit drunk. Sometimes. Do you do much voice outside of Weebl? And if you don't, then it's because you're too busy, says Effective Carrot. I've done some voices. I've been speaking to the lovely Frederator people about doing some voice work for them. For one of their lists, I believe. You know, the 107 lists they do? And yeah, I'm up for that. I love doing voice work. Have I done voices for other people? People should hire me. I've got quite a distinctive voice, I guess. It doesn't really go with most American things, I guess. I'm surprised they asked me. A list of 107 things read by a slurry northern man. Why not? Brave choices. Bold choices. Well done. I respect that. Kai Reynolds says, cool smiley face, cool smiley face, cool smiley face, cool smiley face, cool smiley face. You try saying that quickly. And then in between that, animation is cool. It's not really a question. But you're right. Animation is cool. Look into Sleepycast because you may like them, says Effective Carrot. You're getting a lot of notice here. I don't know why. I'm well aware of Sleepycast. They're lovely. Well, for the most part, lovely people. Nah, they are. I really like Rice Pirate. He's one of my favourites. I like him a lot. I was chatting with him the other day. He cheered me up. I was having a bad day. I guess why not? He's a very calming influence on many people, I think. Dude, my computer specs. Really? What fun. It's I forget. It's quite nippy. It's got like 8 cores or something, and then there's a beefy graphics card in it. To be honest, my computer is mainly outside of the computer. There's what we got? 2 compressor noise gates, one of which isn't actually on. But this is the thing. Most people, amateurs like you noobs, when you're recording audio, you don't limit it. So I can whisper and I can shout, but I'm not going to shout because it's quite late here and there's small children sleeping downstairs. Without going over the top, this beast of an audio card, which does all the audio, and then 3 monitors, and then I have various hard disks just laying around on the floor, attached by very flimsy wires. But then I need a lot of disk space. It's all filling up. I remember when 20 gigs was a lot. I remember when 200 megs was a lot. It's not anymore. I have several terabytes of disk space and it's filling up quite quickly. Excuse me. XM Milton X Live. As an animator, do you feel like adjusting your works to your fan desires is more important than creating what you like? Asking since I'm a designer and have been having problems with this. Look, it's quite easy to do audience pleasing stuff. Or are they your audience though, or are you just getting a different audience is the question. So you could do your parodies of Sonic and do gaming based ones. They go down well, they get the views. Just involving things that are already popular in your animations will get you views. But is that what you want to do? Don't you want to be you? You should be you. It's my feeling. But, you're going to have a hard slog getting there as a result of your stubbornness. Make your choices. It's kind of like doing the cheesy film so you can do the film that you want to do, I guess. Not that we're doing a film. I should listen to my own advice on this, but I don't. I should listen to my own advice. Oh, but I don't want to do that. I want to keep making the things I want to make. I'm doing a thing with Brock Baker, hopefully. If you know Brock Baker, he's a lovely chap. Man of very many voices. You may have seen him with Jack Douglas or Jack's films. He will be doing some voices for me. He's done voices before for me. He's hopefully I'm going to see him at this year's VidCon. I'm being invited to VidCon. They're even paying for my flight because obviously I'm an animator, so I can't afford that. Silly me. Which animations are you most proud of? Definitely Narwhals, as mentioned just below you by Nor Hernandez. Narwhals is brilliant. Amazing horse. It's Badgers. It's an oldie but a goodie. I really like the Meat Wizard one, and I really like the Magical Trevor ones a lot as well. And I'm still hoping to get the series made for that. It's a tricky one. I made a mess of it. Things are being sorted out. We may need to Kickstarter some of those as well. I mean, I don't know if some of you would want to support like a Kickstarter series, like a 10-episode thing, 5 minutes long, of Rescue Whale, but that is something we would like to do. I could voice your stuff. I sound like a grizzled dead testicle, says Cardenren. If I ever have the need for a grizzled dead testicle, you are my person. Knowing me, that could well happen. More narwhal songs. I don't know. More narwhal songs, though, really? It's kind of done. It's kind of like, you know, the Rick and Morty episode where they did the sequel to the one where they watched like multiverse TV, and it just wasn't as good, was it? Really? I mean, it's not bad, but for Rick and Morty, it wasn't Rick and Morty at their Rick and Mortiest. Though obviously the Jan Michael Vincent thing was pretty good. Yeah. Xavier, could you write a book for children stroke adults? I'm trying to. I have an idea for one. It's called The Very Naughty Sausage. Do not steal my idea. I will hunt you down. I will kill you. Or have someone do it for me. I've written the intro. It might be a hard sell. Who knows? But why do anything easy? Hey, Weebl, how much is Neon going to cost at launch compared to Kickstarter? Says the Toast King. Excellent name, by the way. It's going to cost a normal price. It's going to be similar. In fact, it'll probably be like the base level costs, but obviously you won't get all the tasty rewards that other people get. So, you know, take your chance. If I had the funding, would I do Wobblebox again? Asked Matthew Kenvin. That's an easy name for the first part, and I got distracted by the Kenvin bit. I wouldn't do Wobblebox, I'd do a different one. And I am talking to someone about something like that. Like a weekly animated... Why would I do that to myself? No, I'm saying it seems like hard work. A weekly animated sketch show using, like, satirical things that are going off at that time. So yes, hopefully, yes, because that's going to help us carry on making videos for you guys. Will the album be on YouTube for us poor people at any point? No. Well, the animated videos will be. So, you know, as many as those we can make, they will happen. But you'll be able to listen to it on, you know, Spotify and Bandcamp and all that sort of thing. Satai71. Who will animate the videos? The first one is going to be animated by Creed, who works with me over there. He's not here now, though it's hard to tell. He's very quiet. And myself, probably. And then after that, who knows? It's all very exciting. I'm hoping that we'll get enough to make extra ones. I really hope so. The animated videos are kind of the whole things. Do I like Undertale? Probably. I've not had a chance to play it because I'm doing this all the time, not streaming all the time, like Neon advert albums and making cartoons and all that sort of thing. I have very little time to play proper games at the moment. I would like to play... Oh, hey, Creed's here. I'm going to make him a moderator. Then he can give you all grief. Can I do that? Yeah, here we go. You are now a moderator, Creed. You have things to do. Not really. Where is bad advice? I'll put another bad advice up this week, Mr. Lasweeney. Don't you worry. Hopefully, we'll be doing some new bad advice. But again, I have to pay for them somehow. I'll do it. We'll figure out a way. I like bad advice a lot. Selena Smith says, do you like Minecraft? And then there's like a number 3 for some reason. I assume it's a weird nose. I'm not sure. Yes, Minecraft is good. You can't really go, oh, Minecraft's a terrible game. It's not. It's Lego, isn't it? I played with my daughter. She likes building things and having lots of cows. Bob? No. Bob Olob. 11 says, what's my favourite synth? That's a tough one, isn't it? I mean, you put me on the spot here. Synths have their own jobs. You can't really go, oh, I like this synth, because, you know, the beauty of synths is they all sound slightly different. Like, for sometimes a synth like this is good. Don't knock over all the Coke cans, John T. This is my beautiful new Novation. God, what is it called? Mini Nova. It's alright. It's not the best synth I've ever had, but it's a pretty good synth. It's cheap. But for this, the Neon album, I've been using lots of virtually modelled old synths like the Junos and DX7, weirdly, which is an FM synth if you know about these things, which is an absolute ass to make nice sounds on. It's the worst, but I'm getting my head around it. It's fun times. Someone says, could I play the album? No, not yet. I don't want you to hear it yet. I want people to hear the finished thing when it's got all the voices on and the lyrics. Excuse me. Xavier asks, could Smokey do more of your animations? I would love him to. I wish he would. But again, yeah, he's gone a bit quiet. Maybe he will. The thing is, he always just every now and again he'll pop up and go, do you want to do a thing together? And I'll go, yay. So like Business Cat, he basically showed me the cat, and I was like, right, Business Cat. And so it's nice to work with him because he's got half the idea already, and then he does all these weird bouncy animation. I love his work. It's very nice. Yes. Weebl, can we suggest ideas for bad advice? You could try. You could try. The Oberham OBX is my dream synth. It is a nice synth. Oh, hey. Now, since we're all here and you can help me, I'm going to post a link in the comment thing in a second. I assume I can get a link. Here we go. It's going to link to a playlist. Don't go off without me. Open it in a new tab. But what I need help with is the bass sound in this song. I'm trying to figure out what sort of thing it's from. Did I thing post? I don't even know. Yes, I did. If you can look at my little thing there, click on that. If anyone who knows their synths can tell me roughly what that patch is for the bass sound, I really like it, and I want to make myself something similar. I think I didn't do it. Do I work for iHas Cupquake? We've worked with iHas Cupquake. They hired us to do a thing. Thank God. And, you know, it was great fun. They said, what would you do for this? And I wrote a song. And then Creed animated the song. And Tiffany sang on the song. It all worked really, really well. Yeah, it's going well for us, that. I'm hoping to do some more stuff for them. They seem like they want more stuff, so that's good. Realist to the core. Why does the mustache guy, Roscoe Thunderpants, ? In Savlonic sound like you? And is the one girl on the drums too shy? Or what's with her? What is with her? I have no idea. I guess, you know, he's my brother from another mother. She's not shy, old candy flouse. She's just ice cool. You only speak when you need to speak. She's gonna sing. She's gonna have a proper song for herself on the new album. It's very good. Kai Reynolds, I will not discuss politics, but I don't think the UK should leave the EU. That seems very silly, given our current government of twats. Anyway, that's the end of politics. Who will be Mrs. Disco? Mrs. Disco? Ms. Disco. It's Evangeline Disco. There is no who will she be. Miss Disco is. What's the hiss nonsense, say, Ron? Rethink your life. How was my day? It was okay. I did some training. I felt a bit sick. I had some pasta. My wife told me off for having pasta. Apparently it makes my liver swell up. It's weird. But yes. No, hissy people, fuck off. It's not funny. It's lame. Creed, ban all hisses. Ban Milky Man Alfie. Just ban them. Anyone hissing should be banned. It's stupid. Thank you. Step in. Will the Neon albums be singed? People. Danny Phantom. Yes. Why not? People can sing on them. If you mean signed, which I assume you did. Joel, you are on thin ice. Yes, Leafy is here. I'm not a fan of him. Who wants to watch that? But I'm not going to really go into that. I have my feelings on it. You can like who you like. It's lame. And the kill yourself is just horrible. It's not funny. But yes, let's stop that. Right. Back to the lack of shade that we are now going to Happy Vibes. Is the album the new music? Yes, it is the new music. It's literally the new music. All music has been aiming towards this music because it is the newest of music. It is new. It's new music. It's the newest of music. What colour will the Neon album be? 'Tis the purples. No, it's more of a question. 'Tis the purples? Says Shundi 12. It's going to be neon coloured. The actual disky bit. We've seen things. They look nice. Look very nice. Is Neon going to have a Happy Vibe song? Who can say? I mean, maybe. Maybe it'll be quite happy in places. It's not going to be as funny, ha ha ha, silliness as the last one. They're a sensible band now. Any particular musical influences on the new album? Yes. Kajagoogoo, Lamal, who else? Eurasia. Who did the birdie dance? Them. And the Superman song. That one. How many songs on the new album? Asks Owain Randall. It's a good question. There will be 10 songs at least on the new album. I have many songs ready, like slowly forming into the finished thing. But there's going to be at least 10 songs. And they're going to be quite long in places as well. Black Lace, thank you very much, Matthew Kevin. Sorry, I have... It's this. I should move on to water, really. That would be more sensible. No, Yazoo. Yes, sorry, Yazoo. Donald Keyser. Yes, Yazoo is definitely a major influence of the new album. Satay71 asks, will we make the 2D to 3D transition like the Gorillaz did? Here's the thing. If we get to our stretch goals, one of the animators I have lined up and I've asked if she would make a video for us does do 3D stuff. So yes, it's going to be slightly mixed styles within a similar, you know, they'll look like themselves, but she does 3D stuff, and it's, yeah, that's going to be 3D and very exciting for me. I really hope we reach one at least stretch goal. Yes, you must hydrate, everyone. Hydrate. I'm going to hydrate. Last time I did this, whenever it was, I finished with such a dry mouth. It was just ridiculous. Pie Guy with the umlaut. Which song are you least proud of? It's Doge. It's Doge Adventure. I'm sorry. It is. It seems popular, but it kind of proves my point that if you do a thing that mentions an already popular thing, then people will like it. There's a whole book on this kind of thing by Malcolm Gladwell. I read a lot of books. Yes. Do you use any of your guitars on the album? Well, not for the actual recording of the album. I mean, we've used them live. I only have one guitar, actually. And I don't know where it is. I feel naked. No, I do know where it is. Phew. Okay. Everything's safe. Everything's okay, guys. I know where my guitar is. But it's just a controller keyboard. It doesn't actually make any noises itself. So I'm using my Nectar Panorama P6. Which mainly because it actually works well with Reason. But, you know, live we use guitars because it's got this fun thing where if you go like that, it pitch bends. Also, it has a laser on the top, which is super cool. It's very cool. So, yes, it's mainly for a live performance, not for the playing at home. Maybe I should. My UI is off. What? User interface? I don't know. Neon Jaguar asks possibly the most important question of the evening. Do I prefer Belgian or potato waffles? Now, obviously there's a time for potato waffles. And obviously there's a time for Belgian waffles. But if you sat two in front of me, with no condiments as such, or anything to go with, you'd have to go with Belgian waffles, surely, because they're quite tasty on their own. Potato waffle on its own is just like a shit chip. You don't want that. American waffles are the best, says Joel Jessup. Yeah, but the American waffles are the Belgian waffles, aren't they? Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. The bottom banner is slightly off the bottom of the screen. No, it's not. I can see it here. I have the screen in front of me. I can see it. I can move it if you want. Probably. Whee! There we go. That's better. No, that's worse. I'll put it back a bit. Here we go. How's that? That's probably my favourite part of the stream now. I should have more moving things. Oh, God. Stop asking me about the European Union. I don't care enough to comment on it right now. Oh, bored enough to follow this stream. You are a cheeky, cheeky man. Stroke lady. I don't know. You look better now. You're so mean. You're so mean to me. I have nice eyes. You butt. As this hunter asks, are you a weirdo, Mr. Weebl? No. I'm just a dude who makes cartoons, and I had a very poorly chosen name, and it stuck with me. It's like an albatross, or a... No, it's not an albatross. Millstone. Thank you, brain. Round my neck now. I regret it. I should have called myself something cool like Awesome Laser Ham. Ah, now, Antarctica's come in to really muddy the waters of the waffle debate by saying that Stroop waffles are the best waffles. And yes, you are right. They are the best. The way you can put them over a hot drink and they got all melty on the inside. The Stroop waffle. Yes, that's the best waffle by far. Jack Tao asks, are you going to use your SoundCloud? I will, but I only used to put like silly bits of songs that I've been working on, really. It's not really for like full songs. I use it as a scratch pad, or like here's something that I probably will never finish. It is yours, be free. Run, my child, run. Excuse me. There's going to be a lot of that. Say Ron asks, what time is it now in the UK? The time in the UK is currently 11:25. p.m. There you go. Question. I'm glad that you've pointed out as a question. Where does the name Savlonic come from? Asks Asian. It's a mix of Savlon, which is a soothing cream, and ick. Because it sounds better with an ick at the end, doesn't it? I don't just call a band Savlon. I'd get sued by Savlon. No, we're not really in the same business. It's not like you could apply an album to a cut and bruise and make it better. It's ick. Savlonic. Soothing electropop. That was the initial thought. Quayne Randall asks, how do I get the inspiration for my lyrics? I sit down and I write things. And I throw things out onto the page and I scratch them out and I keep going until I have the thing. Every now and again I'll see something while I'm out and about and that will inspire me. Or, you know, I constantly go around the house just humming tunes and coming up with silly lyrics all the time. It annoys the wife. Yes. It's very annoying, really. She wanted to burst in after 4 hours of me looping, say 8 bars, I think it was. Going, turn that off! You've been listening to the same thing for 4 hours. It's driving me nuts. And I've been listening to it as well. It hadn't driven me nuts. I've been fine. I do this all the day. All the day. Toby Johnson says, go to sleep, Weebl. It's late. You have no clue. You have no clue. We're animators here. Animators don't sleep. Creed will back me up here. There's no sleep for us. It's the only way to try and keep on top of things. I've not slept properly in 4 years. It's so much fun. You should try it. This is me now. This is my life. It's the way it is forever. What type of shows do I watch? Says, Lux Sisters. That's a odd name, but I guess it's a reference to a thing. I watch Rick and Morty, obviously, because I've mentioned that. BoJack Horseman. I actually like, and I know this is quite controversial for some stupid reason, but I like Teen Titans Go, but mainly because I've got 2 small children, and they really enjoy it, and they're quite right to enjoy it, because it's funny for children, and if you don't get that, then what the fuck? Adventure Time is probably my favourite cartoon, just because of the ongoing story, which there hasn't been much of this time, I guess. Weird that. Did you watch Gravity Falls? I did watch a bit of Gravity Falls. It's very, very good. What else? Daredevil. I liked the first season more. I just did. Walking Dead. And other stuff. I watched mainly Netflix and that sort of. I really like The Expanse as well, if you saw that. It was on Sci-Fi. I don't like Steven Universe, actually, Vintron the Exonite. It's not that I don't like it. I watched one episode and it didn't really intrigue me as much as it should, I feel. Some people say give it more time. I don't see why I should. But there you go. Thank you, Kyle Tsuno, for putting me in your top 5 YouTubers. I would hope that I'm actually closer to 1, 2 than 5, though. If you're honest with yourself. Look at this face. How can you deny me? I'm going to drink some more water. Because people like it when I drink water. Hydrate! If I had the chance, would you like to have your own cartoon stroke show like what AO and Fred had? Probably not Fred. Fred? Like the squeaky voiced fella? He was awful. Yes, I've been trying to pitch Magical Trevor as a series for ages. It's hugely awesome, but there's things to sort out there. But we're also pitching a few other things as well. So yes, ultimately, I would love to have a TV show because then I could actually slow down and concentrate on what it is I want to make, which is just really nice cartoons with a quirky thing. Joel Jessup, who is here, he knows we're working on these together. Are the two other girls real? If so, where are they? Asks Matumama 157. Were there really that many Matumamas that you had to go with 157? Okay. They are of course real. They sing and everything. It's not me singing. They're proper ladies. And we've done live shows and they've been there as well. So yes, they exist. Weird. Of course they exist. Honestly. You can if you look for live Savlonic show on YouTube, you will find them somewhere. I think. Though the audio is terrible, so you know. Take it as don't excuse the audio, basically. Do I like Venture Bros? Yes, I do. Will parsley boobs ever return? I hope so. It all comes down to time and being able to afford it, basically. Parsley boobs was me though, wasn't it? Yes, apart from one that was animated by Ziki. There was an episode. Another episode has been written. It began to get very odd. The next one, as it kind of explained what was going on a bit more. Yeah. LMG X lowercase. Could you give my mixtape a cheeky listen? Sure to amaze you. 10 out of 10. Is it actually a tape? Because if it's actually a cassette tape, then yes, I will listen to it. I have a cassette deck, a USB one. I have every format possible, just in case. But yeah. What is the thing on my left? Which thing on my left? This thing? Or do you mean on this left? Do you mean like camera left? Or this left? Here we go. Do you like Studio Ghibli, aside from their behaviour towards YouTube? I don't know what their behaviour towards YouTube is. If you could explain that, that would be fun. But yes, Studio Ghibli is what got me into animation properly, really. The first thing I remember seeing was Castle in the Sky in 1986, I think it was. And it was amazing. It blew me away. And then, like, after, I think it was 2001, I actually found out who they were properly, because I didn't really catch it the first time. I was like, oh no, it's these guys. And then watched everything they did in one long thing. I bought like some schmoody DVD box sets, because that was the only way to get it. And I watched everything, including the one with the raccoons with the giant testicles, which is very odd. There's an odd one, that one. But yeah, I like it. They are my favourite animation studio. Yes. Do I have Steam? Yes, I do. I love to play games, but I have to play short games at the moment. Right, here we go. We've got down to what Studio Ghibli did. Studio Ghibli has unfortunately been sending out a lot of automated YouTube claims, which is a shame since they make such nice stuff. Are the claims legitimate? Have people been taking their stuff? Is it transformative? I don't know. Oh no. Poor Kai. He watched Grateful Fireflies last night. Just the once. Never again. It's too much. It's too much to handle. I feel for you, man. I watched it at an actual cinema and it just left me wrecked and ruined. Have I heard of Undertale? Yes, 15 people have asked me about Undertale just this very chat. But I'd heard of it before. Did I hear about Konami? What is happening? Have I heard this? Have you heard this rumour? Do you know this thing? Yes, I know things. Grateful Fireflies made Small Sky cry. It makes everyone cry. It's too much. What is it? Do I like things? A lot of the questions seem to be, do I like things now? I like things. I like a lot of things. If it's cool, I generally, I'll give it a go, and if it is actually cool, then I'll like it. Thank you, Joel. Yes, me and Joel are working on writing a film with a few other people. It's going to be awesome. I won't say anything more. Do I dislike things? Yes, I do dislike things. This is what my life has become. The room cleaner. I assume this is a reference to Roscoe's moustache, but he's asking, why isn't he Hitler anymore? He was never Hitler. The moustache was meant to be a homage to Ron Mail from the band Sparks, who were obviously one of the early pioneers in electronic music. And he had the little pencil moustache. Not pencil, toothbrush, thank you. What's your opinion of your older songs? Asked someone, and then here we go. Twixt the Wizard. They're mostly pretty good. I'm trying to think of an actual bad one. Actually, listening back to them, the mixes are nowhere near as nice as the newer ones, to be honest, but I guess that's kind of their charm in many ways. Like, some of the singing is way off. But there you go. Thomas Hitchin asks, do you follow other YouTube's content? Yes, of course I do. This is where I work. This is my home. This is... I work on the internet. Of course I follow other people's stuff. There's a lot of people I like. There's a lot of people I don't think much of, but there you go. What is my least favourite cartoon? Ooh, what is my least favourite cartoon? It's actually one of the children's cartoons that I just think is horrible to look at. Actually, it's a toss-up between a few. Noddy, the original version of Noddy, the 3D one, when they still had the goblins, I think it was. That was awful. And then apparently one of my friends came and got rid of most of the characters and fixed it. But yes, the early version of Noddy was terrible. Terrible. Do you love the animation you did for Cupquake? Yes. I do love it. If we didn't like it, we wouldn't have done it. It's a good cartoon. What's not to love? Super Porn 100. Is the upcoming album going to have a more or less serious tone? It's going to have a more serious tone because it is. But I think that's a good thing. Hopefully you'll all agree. I really hope so. I mean, yeah, it's still going to be quite funny, obviously, but not silly funny. It's going to be better. Noddy was not amazing, Thea Marsh. I'm sorry. The 3D was terrible. The lighting was terrible. The models were terrible. Even the grass texture was terrible. The voices was terrible. The goblins looked like those old like anti-Semitic stereotypes, and it was just a terrible thing. And it was so bad. I don't want my kids watching that. No one should watch that. Thankfully now it's a lot better. Wasn't Noddy racist? Well, he could. Enid Blyton, I believe it was Gollywogs, wasn't it? So yes, potentially. What was he racist? I don't know. The writer was potentially, I don't want to say she was, but back then, how attitudes change and stuff for the better. God, do I have a favourite YouTuber other than myself? I have a lot of people I really admire and like. I don't really want to pick one. There are so many great YouTubers out there making actual really good stuff, and a lot of them are in the same boat as me. Because the content we make takes so long to make. It kind of makes it harder for us to get seen anymore. I tell you who I really admire, like a similar sort of animator to me, is Jason Steele, aka Film Cow, aka the creator of Charlie the Unicorn. He's one of my favourite people on the planet. And we met many years ago, and I'm hoping to see him once more before we die That would be my bucket list, to see Jason once more. Because, he, you know, I love chatting to him. He's a very hilarious person. What about Fireman Sam? Asked that redcoat. We're still talking about children's cartoons, I see. I have a theory about Fireman Sam. That at the end of the series, Fireman Sam will take Norman Price out the back and just... because he is the cause of most of the fires and the disasters in Pontypandy, is it? I believe. It makes sense. He will do it for the good of the community. I also think that Pontypandy is not set in the present, but is set in a post-apocalyptic wasteland. And that's all that remains that is green and good. And when it kind of explains the rest of the, you know, the villagers' attitude. They're trying to pretend that the world hasn't ended and they're the only people left. Sam should take out Norman Price. Humanely. There you go. That got dark. What headphones am I using now? Oh, and I should answer that one about that. I forget, what are they? Reference headphones. AKG K701s. They're very, very nice. They're very, very nice. What about Trapdoor? It's very sad that the guy who made Trapdoor, who was one of my friends from Bristol's dad, has passed away. But Trapdoor was one of... I grew up with Trapdoor, if you remember that. If you've not seen Trapdoor, check it out. I assume there's some on YouTube. It's a... what's it? Claymation job about a monster who has to look after an unseen boss, but has a trapdoor in his kitchen stroke room, and nasties come through it, or, you know, cheeky things. There's always trouble from that trapdoor. Don't open that trapdoor. You're a fool if you dare. What happened to Hoo-Ha? Hoo-Ha, if you're not aware, is it was a YouTube funded channel. So YouTube did this thing, I think, when was it? 2-3 years ago? I can't remember. Where they gave a bunch of companies money to start channels, and they said, oh, we'll promote these channels and we'll grow these channels and it'll be awesome. And so they needed lots of animation, so they asked me to join them, make stuff. So we were making, I think it was 4 minutes of animation a week. God, so much. Is that right? It was either 4 or 2, I can't remember. It was a lot. We had to make 100 minutes of animation in a year. Yeah. The problem is, like, so we were doing our thing, and most of it I feel is pretty good. But then just to keep the minutes up, so they had to make, I think it was like 200 something minutes of animation in the year. And if you're making that much, a lot of it, you're just going to go, oh, well, this is good enough. And so the quality was quite variable. And YouTube didn't really help as much as they said they were going to. So it all kind of fell apart in the end, which is a shame, because it could have been good if the minutes thing wasn't there. I think YouTube in general just don't have a clue about animation. They don't. They think they do, but they don't. Ooh, there's some shenanigans going down, I see. For the £2,000 pledge, will the track be available? No. Well, it's up to the person that has backed that. So if you pledge on the Kickstarter album thing, it's gone now. There was only one. My hands. God, this is difficult. There we go. Here. If you go there and see it, and you should, then you get your own Savlonic track. It's for you. It's for you only. We will never make another copy of it. It's yours. You get to choose what the song's about and everything like that. So that's that. It's kind of like the Wu-Tang Clan album that what's his face got. But yeah, it's totally up to him what he does with it, and we will not dictate it. If he's sensible, he'll keep it for himself and he'll play it at parties or something. I don't know. But who knows what he's going to do. He may be a very nice chap. I think he is. But, you know, that doesn't mean he has to give it away. It's his, and it's kind of more special if he doesn't put it up for everyone else to hear. Do I have a favourite video game? Yes, I do. It's Dungeon Keeper 2. And I'd say it's my favourite because it's the game I keep going back to. Time after time after time. Hydrate! Gotta hydrate. Yeah, it's something about it. I like it a lot. I wished there was a really, really good Dungeon Keeper 3. The iPhone version of it was just an abomination, and EA, man, they're just the worst. With their, pay money, you can dig this one block out in less than 25. It's not about that. It's building cool. There was no reason at all why on the iPhone Dungeon Keeper 2 or Dungeon Keeper could not have been amazing and playable. I would happily have paid £9 for a mobile version. What do I think of Homestar Runner? The Brothers Chaps. Sorry, chaps is slang for Willy over here. I love Homestar Runner and I love the Brothers Chaps. I think I may have chatted to them years and years ago. Maybe. But yes, they seem genuinely nice people. I actually saw what they were working on for, I believe it was Disney. They were doing a pilot or something many years ago. So I guess it's not happening. But it was pretty good. I'm not sure if it was really a Disney audience. That was the problem. But yeah, Homestar Runner guys are awesome. Homestar Runner is awesome. Yes. If you're not aware of Homestar Runner, what are you doing? What are you doing? Sort your life out. What do I think of Pokemon? Why does it matter what I think of Pokemon? What do you think of Pokemon? My feelings on Pokemon should not change your opinion of Pokemon at all. I quite like Pokemon. My daughter's just got into Pokemon. I went to see the first Pokemon film when that came out. It was quite odd because I was... Well, I forget how old I was. It was the one with Mewtwo. It's the very first Pokemon movie. And there's lots of little screaming kids going mental over the sort of pre-film film. With Psyduck and Snorlax in. And there was this weird thing where just a Pokemon would go across the screen. And they'd just go apeshit. It was like a boy band member had just walked across the screen. It's very strange. But there you go. I like Pokemons. Do I like the gorillas? Of course I do. What EA is doing is still better than what Microsoft did to Rare. Well, Rare should have made some good games, to be honest, and they kind of failed to do that recently. They had cool stuff in the past. Did they justify maintaining that? Not really. They're kind of... I'm sure the people that were good went elsewhere within the thing and are going to do great things in the future. Who is my favourite animator? Asked Caroline202. It is Hayao Miyazaki. Obviously. He's the crown king, the awesome lord of animation. I love the fact how he just sits around smoking his fags and just doing all his animation. He's incredible. The way he just like gets emotion and sort of little touches into his characters is just crazy. And you know, stuff that's inconsequential to the story but makes them more human. That's half of the magic of him, I think. Little tune for you there. Shall I play a little tune on here? Since there's no echo. Oh, it's not working because Right's on. The problem with this thing, I don't know if you've seen one of these before. It's pretty cool. It is a synth. but I've not. I have to go online and find the manual somewhere because I can't seem to change the key it's in. And at the moment, that's not a scale I like. This is not a usable scale for me. Yeah, there. If you play those two, that's fine, but no. Okay, that sounds okay again. That should be. That should be. I hope you can hear that. What a waste of time otherwise. It does other sounds too. Like a spooky owl. That doesn't seem to be changing much. Oh, there we go. Yeah, anyway. Spoopy. Spoopy indeed. Do I have... Oh. Actually, Chili Kong Chaos says, Wanker! Nice reference. Dank memes. Do you have any comedic influences in your animation and music? Of course. Everyone is influenced by other people. I have a long influence list of comedians. It kind of starts with Spike Milligan, who did the surreal absurdist comedy thing, and that kind of then became Monty Python, who were brilliant. And then a little bit of Morecambe and Wise, because you can say what you like, but they were very good. And then Vic and Bob were a huge influence on me. Vic Reeves, if you've ever seen those guys. It's just ridiculously silly stuff, but there's an undercurrent of something else going on. I like that. So what initially seems silly and stupid and idiotic is not really. There's deeper stuff hidden underneath. So yes, comedy. I really like Stuart Lee as well. I think he's probably one of my favourite comedians, like stand-up, certainly. He's amazing. If you've not seen Stuart Lee's Comedy Vehicle, I highly recommend it. Yes, so there you go. Do you record your instruments? Do you use MIDI? We all use MIDI these days, don't we? Yes. You've got to. It's all basically inside the machine now. So yes, it's all virtual synthesizers. So yes, MIDI is involved. A MIDI is involved. At least 5 MIDIs. Maybe 6 on a good day. Why are people talking about sandwiches? Why not? It's very strange. MIDI on the old Atari ST. MIDI on the old Atari ST? Is that a question aimed at me, Shundy12? It's a very strange question to ask me. Yes, there was MIDI on the old Atari ST. I don't know what else you want me to tell you. MIDI wasn't just on that. It's a standard for getting notes into a computer, or notes into other keyboards. Because before that, it was all actual electricity stroke voltages, which could be slightly inaccurate, linking things by like loads of cables. But yes, we've kind of gone back to that in many ways, which is kind of cool. Advice for people who want to get into... Oh, the question's gone. Advice for people who want to get into electronic music. It's not really a question when you format it like that. But yes, advice for people who want to get into electronic music. Try making some electronic music. There's so many things out there to help you do it. You should just do it. There's nothing stopping you. It's cheap and easy now. It's all on the computers. When I started, I was buying actual massive synths. And I had a little 4-track machine. Actually, it wasn't that little, it was huge. Thinking about it. Which recorded onto one of those old cassettes. It sounded god awful. But yeah, that's what we had. And an Amiga with like 4 channels of 8-bit samples. And they weren't very long samples either. But yes, it's all moved on. You can do so much now. You should just give it a go. It's free to begin. It's like heroin. First one's free. The Power of Jessa says, as long as it's not a bad advice. I see. I see what you've done, Power of Jessa. I see. Well done. Well done. Bravo. Hey, Weebl. Smiley face. Hey. Annalise Kit Kat. Weebl, do you own or have you ever owned a theremin? Weebl, have you ever smoked or inhaled cannabis? No, that's not what I'm... It's kind of that sort of format of question. I believe I have a theremin somewhere. It's probably in that cupboard over there. It's a small, tiny one. If you are ever looking to buy a theremin, don't get a small... Get a proper theremin, otherwise you're just going to be sad at the fact that all you can go is go... It's wildly inaccurate. You need a decent one. Then you can actually play it. Scringo says, Weebl, important 2 words. They're highly important, and you can't hold a grudge against me after this. I assume he's going to type something now. Eventually. Should he? Lag will be an issue, I'm sure. We're waiting. I don't think he's going to type anything at all, do you? Unless I missed it. I don't think I did. Will the next music video have more than 2 colours? Yes, it will have 3 colours. Oh. Oh dear. Shame on you. Shame. Hey Weebl, I love your Narwhal song. I know it off by heart. Well done, Christine Stewart. You are right to know it off by heart. Will I do a podcast again with Scoo? Yes! I say yes. Way back when was it? 2000 something. We used to do podcasts, me and Scoo. Scoo was my co-writer on Weebl and Bob. We both got families and busy, and it's just hard to get together to do it. I would love to do a proper podcast with Scoo, because I've not spoken to him properly for years either, and it's not because we fell out. It's just life got in the way, which is a crying shame. Oh, I miss Scoo. I'm sad. I'm sad that we don't do more things together. One day. Casper Zach. Weebl, how can I get a family? Well, gaffer tape could help. And a big knife, maybe. Excuse me, even the water's making me burp now. Very, very, very bad. The questions are getting so silly now. I don't know what's happened here. We started off so well, and now we're just descended into silliness. It's all falling apart. Hey Weebl, what are your thoughts on the Oxford comma? Now we've taken it back up. Thank you, Angel Sanchez. I think the Oxford comma actually helps a lot. It definitely helps clarify a sentence. And well, I was not taught the Oxford comma at school, because I guess you have to be at Oxford to learn about it. But yes, it's quite helpful, isn't it, really? I'm all for it. Hooray for the Oxford commas. Weebl and Bob were an integral part of my upbringing. Thank you for that. It's my pleasure, Hot Potatoes 1. My pleasure indeed. Do you remember that picture of Jason Steele kissing you on the cheek? Says Banana Moon. Of course I do. It's tattooed on my back. Stupid question. Are you stupid? You must be stupid to think I'd forget something like that. What's wrong with you? Disgusted. Okay. So Adam says thoughts on the Kosovo war. Is that still going on? It may be. So my thoughts on it is it still going on? I did ask for more thinky questions. We may have gone too far the other way. Micro Groove. If you could only own one album to listen to, what would it be? Oh God, just one album? God, probably Violator by Depeche Mode, I guess. Maybe. It's really tough. Then there's the Portishead album, which is really good. Yeah. I don't know. It's such a hard... Let's go with Depeche Mode for now. But at a push, it could be the first Portishead album. What was your favourite subject, and are you all self-taught? My favourite subject was art, but like I said earlier, I failed it for reasons. I'm quite good at drawing, really. You can't actually tell when I use Flash. When I tried Toon Boom, and I suddenly found I could actually draw again, it was amazing. I should learn it properly, but it's getting time to do it. If you haven't started Flash, I highly recommend starting with Toon Boom if you can. Weebl, what's your favourite animal? The lemur. Weebl, thanks for streaming. Is there actually any image material to help promote Savlonic? Yeah. I mean, the video thing is the promotion thing. I have images that I made the video with. I'm going to be sticking some on, what's it called? I should know this. Kickstarter. Ha ha ha. I should move the screen over here. I'll be looking at myself less. But yes, I'm going to put some images up to on the next update for the Kickstarter to help show things off. But obviously no videos are made yet because we need the money to make them. So it makes it's a bit of a balancing act. We'll get there. New Leprechaun asks, do you have any tattoos? Apart from the one of Jason Steele kissing me on the cheek? No. It's just a one. Why would I need to sully my body with anything else when I have the perfect tattoo already? Honestly. Owain Randall will not shut up about Weebl. What are your thoughts about Stuart Lee's Poppadom sketch? It's very... I guess it's... I'm not actually familiar with that one. Is it a new one? I haven't seen it yet. I must... If it's an old one, I've forgotten it. But it's probably funny. Yeah. 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 Is there any more chance... Any chance of any more Mr. Stabby? God, I don't know. Mr. Stabby's kind of done, really, isn't it? I should really upload those to YouTube. I don't think I did, which seems silly, really. Maybe I should sort those out. But they're in weird boxy format. I'd have to figure out how to widescreen them. Also change the music, which was shh. Obviously on YouTube that would not go down well. But I do actually have. Someone made me. Some copyright-free Mr. Stabby music, so I should use that. I could put them on. I will, but I don't know if we need any more. Mr. Stabby, do 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 do. He's Mr. Stabby, Mr. Stabby, do 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 do. Shundi12 says 4:3 is greater than 16:9. The thing is, Mr. Stabby wasn't actually in 4:3 either. It was in the old weird Flash format, which I think was 550 by 400, which is neither here and there. It's like if it'd be 550, 360, 309 would be 4:3, but there you go. No, wait. I don't know. It's going to be something. What would you say you enjoyed working on most in your career? Said the power of Jessa. All of it, mainly. I just love animating. I love making cartoons. I love making comedy. I love trying to make people laugh and be happy. The whole thing is the best bit, and it's you guys that make it worthwhile. I wish more of you were able to see it. It makes me quite sad that it's not as out there as it used to be. But that's kind of why the Cupquake thing we did was good, because people got to see it again, and you know, I mainly do it to have it seen. It's not a cop out, it's the truth. Sorry, Creed has told me I need to hydrate. Thank you, Creed. Maybe it's just a lag and I had hydrated. Thank you, I hydrated. But no, that is honestly the truth. I mean, I can't really do one. Can I do a house tour? No, I can't do a house tour. A, it's past midnight. B, there's kids asleep and my wife's asleep. And 3, the lead of the webcam that you're watching me on is about 1.5 meters long. We're not going to get very far around the house, are we? And I can't really pick up my desktop and carry it around because that's plugged in. I'd have to, if we're on a laptop, maybe. But yes. Yes. But yeah, there you go. I can't now. And why would you want to see my house? This is not the kind of channel we are, is it? We don't do room tours and stuff like that. But no, it's my house. It's private. The things we make are the things we make. You don't get to see the rest. That's for them. That's my family's business, not me. Weebl, I love your hands and your work. Thank you for accidentally existing. Was it an accident? I guess it was. No. It depends. Oh, Taiwan Amer. Are you quitting YouTube or just working on other projects? I don't intend to quit YouTube at all. Like I say, I want you guys to see the stuff we make. We will carry on making stuff as long as we can. It's getting harder for all animators and sketch people and all that sort of things. The people did take a while, but we will stick around as long as we can. And hopefully we will get to do the TV shows and other stuff as well. But making stuff on the internet is where I like being. Oh, do I have to hydrate every time someone says that? I'm not going to hydrate every time you tell me to hydrate. But I am thirsty at this second in time. So you got lucky. Hydrate. So good. What happened to my 118 advert? Well, it wasn't really mine. I made it, sure. So there was an advert for 118 24/7. It was a directory inquiries number, I guess, for Yellow Pages, which obviously the Yellow Pages isn't really that relevant anymore because we have smartphones and the internet. So who knows? I assume they're still going, but maybe they aren't. That's basically what happened, is that they did the thing and then their service ceased to be important. But yes, joy of joys, I believe my advert was voted 6th most annoying of the year. It was based on Magical Trevor. 118 24/7. Initially, the people making the advert just wanted me to do the tune, but I said, "Hey, you know, I make cartoons as well, yes." And they're like, "Oh, you should animate it." And I was like, "Yes, I should." So that was great. You know, I enjoy animating now and then. Is Brian Blessed really shouty in real life? Asked Microgroove. As you may or may not know this, but I have worked on 2 occasions with Brian Blessed. Once for the Weebl and Bob DVD, or Wobble and Bob DVD, much to my chagrin. I hired him to be the narrator for the documentary that we did, which I believe is online on the Weebl Spraff channel, maybe? If you type... I don't know what you would type in. I should find out. I'm pretty sure it's online. Weebl documentary probably will take you there. He narrates it. I think it's online. It's definitely on the DVD, which you can no longer get. And he came in to the studio and we tied him for 2 hours. He's amazing. I walked in, he was already there, and I expected him to be bigger. And then he stood up, and as soon as he opens his mouth, he grows like 6 feet. It's incredible. He's a very sweary man, But he tells the best stories. And if you ever get a chance to hire Brian Blessed to do a thing, you should do it. Because Brian Blessed, he's a treasure. He's a national treasure. I'm going to hydrate. Listen to my voice. It's getting all crackly. I got to hydrate. I actually had an assistant stroke PA back then as well, who he made jump about 2 foot into the air with one of his stories. He's hilarious. And then we did the Save the Badgers thing with Brian May. And Brian Blessed turned up. And they put so many limiters on the microphone so it didn't blow up the desk that it was going through. So yes, he is that loud in real life. Apparently, as he left the place, he was like working his jaw because he'd been so loud. He's a very loud man, but he's fascinating. I highly recommend him. Will the Neon album be waterproof? Well, vinyl's waterproof, and so are CDs. They're wiped clean, aren't they? So yes, it will be. And the digital version only exists as ones and zeros and is downloadable. So yes. Kobe Milliot says Rick and Morty is an awful shitty animation. You're wrong. You're wrong. Yes. Will the Neon album be any good? The Neon album is going to be amazing. It's going to blow your socks off. It's going to be the best. It is the best. I've heard it. And it's good. It's going to have 10 tracks. It may actually have more. But there you go. It's going to have at least 10 tracks. And they're all new. Gabriel Kaufman says, "So son, I heard you are making Minecraft videos. If that's aimed at me, that is not true. It's not going to happen." Secret tracks? Where did anyone get secret tracks from? There's going to be... Oh, on top of, like, if you look at the Kickstarter, as well as the album, last time there was like 8 tracks and then 8 remixes. So this time it's going to be 10 new tracks. And then there's going to be a whole extra remix album, and certain tiers get that included, or that will be available for download on Bandcamp and stuff as well, which is going to be cool. We're going to get like some of the same guys back, and hopefully we'll get some extra guys in as well. 10, maybe less. A secret remix is not a secret. Drink water, Weebl. I just had some Coca-Cola. It's a stretch goal. You could have got Brian Blessed to sing on an album. That's not going to work. It's not going to work, is it? Let's be honest. It's not in keeping. It would be hilarious to me. But no, you're wrong. Right. I'm losing the plot now. I should probably end this. How long have I been on? Hours. God. Was it hours? Something should tell me. I don't know. It feels like hours now. I think I'm going to wrap it up. But thank you for tuning in. Oh, hey, 1.5 hours. Of course. Wow, we still got lots of viewers as well. Should do this more often, guys. Should do this more often. You should subscribe to my channel. I assume most of you are. And if you're not, why not? But yes, check out our animations. We are still making stuff. You've probably missed a load of it, thanks to the subscription feed. Can we bribe you to talk more? If a person buys the album Kickstarter, oh God, oh, lots of you have been. Oh, you guys, what are we at? It's amazing. Look, I will keep talking for another few like 10 minutes at least. This is very touching. I spent most of like last week fretting over whether we were going to make it, and it looks like we might. I'm touched. It's going to happen. Yay! Ah, what a relief. I needed this. I've been having a bad week. Why is the orange thing? Asked someone. It's a chair. It's just a chair. It's literally just a chair. Don't worry. It's nice though in the shot. I think the last time's shot was actually a bit more aesthetically pleasing. But hey, we make do and mend. Oh, ooh, my back is making the best clunks and clicks. More music videos, yeah. This is the aim. This is the aim. As soon as we get over the 30,000, we can start doing more and more animated videos, and that's what I really want to do. But obviously, they're so expensive that I didn't want everything else hanging off that. So, but you know, if we can, we're gonna have so many videos. Christine Stewart asks, "Are you good at drawing dragons?" Well, if my Homestar Runner knowledge is good. I think it's an S shape, isn't it? And then like some jaggedy teeth. Yeah, another S shape. And then I believe it was consummate V's for the scales. I need some wings, obviously. Some feet. And a nice strong arm, I think it was. Consummate face. I need some eyes on this. A few of these business. Oh, he needs a belly. Belly's a bit different. Yeah, pretty awesome dragon here. I need to see the screen proper. Here we go. Look at that sweet dragon. That's sweet. Need some fire, actually. It's pretty nice. Can't disagree with that. Penmanship. Oh yeah. Dragons. Creed, you are right. You are not needed anymore. Because I can draw all the things. Everyone can see that I can draw all the things so sweetly. Such a sweet drawing by me right there. My penmanship. Syrange 13 says, "What do my kids think of my work?" They love it. Obviously, I don't show them all of it because things like the most romantic song in the world is really not for kids, is it? Now it's quite rude. But yeah, for the most part, they love it. They like our Jellybug channel a lot, which is the one for kids, which is doing quite well. Kids content seems to do well on YouTube. Most of it's the guys that just open a Play-Doh egg and get a crappy plastic toy out and then have 20 million views on it. What is that? What parents are letting their kids watch this? It's the worst. It's like giving them sweets. It's not good for them. Oh God. Yes, but here we go. Banana Moon says I should make an animation with those drawing skills. I think you mean fine drawing skills. And I think you owe me an apology for not using the word fine in your sentence. But yes, I should make an animation with my fine drawing skills. Quit shading me, man. Right. Do I like death grips? That's called the Doohoog. Like, I don't know. I've not seen it. I'm assuming it's a thing. We do need more water drinking. You made me stay on. I was going to go and do some stuff. I still have to edit bloody drunk animation down to 20 minutes. Which, given it was over 4 hours long, is quite a task. We'll get there. Astronimo asks, what do I have to do to get my questions answered exactly? You have to just type your message at the right moment. So there you go. I have now answered your question. Well done. You only get one question, by the way. Some would say you wasted it. I'm sure other people are informing you that you wasted your question now. Sorry, that's life. Life is taxing. Hydrate. Have you ever been to Edinburgh Fringe, Weebl? Yes, I have. Many a time. I have family up there. What did I see? I saw a guy pee on stage once. It was part of Train Spotting. There was a reason he was peeing on stage. Did I see any comedy? I must have done. Actually, yeah. No, I've been up a few times. I like the fireworks display at the end. That's fun. When they fire like rockets and stuff down the mountain. It's nice. Hi. Shundi12 says, how much longer I need a wee? I think I said about 20 minutes, didn't I? I forget how long that is. Should we all take a moment, hydrate, let Shundi go to the toilet, come back. Shundi, go, run now. Go, run. I'm going to hydrate for a minute or two. No, maybe not that long, but run. We promise we won't say anything interesting till you get back, but you must inform us when you're back. Here we go. I'm hydrating. Gotta hydrate. Right, now Shundi's gone. Let's start the real fun. This is where we get serious now. Bring it on. Ask me a question. Do something I should do something interesting. What should I do? I have nothing. See, I wanted to play you some music, really. But I figured out how to do it. I haven't actually set it up yet, which is silly. But I have a mixer there, over that side. I'm going to plug everything through there, and then run all the audio through there to this, and then you'll be able to hear things, and I'll be able to play you things like this keyboard here, and not this tiny little thing. That's... 20 push-ups now. I could do 20 push-ups dead easy. That's nothing to me. You have no clue. I can do 20 push-ups. It's so easy for me to do that. But I'm not going to. Nice try. How many biscuits are in an owl? None. Owls don't eat biscuits, they eat mice. Small guy is complaining about something. It's saying it's the most sadly pathetic thing I've seen, but I don't know what it's a reference to. I'm scrolling up. I don't know what you're referring to. I'm sorry. But probably the lack of hydration on my part. I'm going to hydrate. Oh man, you should collab with Ashens again. I should collaborate with Ashens. I have a game for him. It's Steel Battalion, the original Xbox version with the gigantic controller. I was going to give it to him. I will at some point, but it's massive and huge, and we have to figure out couriering. He's often down this way, seeing his chums. I like Ashens. He's one of my friends. But yeah, we were going to write a detective series together. I can't tell you the name, because it kind of gives things away. But yeah, it's exciting. Hopefully that'll happen. Can I make an astronaut sloth video song? I have done. Have you not seen Sloths in Space? The Handsome Tall Nut. Go, Sloths in Space, Weebl. Type it in now in YouTube. It's there for you. Oh, YouTube, why are you not telling people I'm making things? It's there. It's already done. I've got you, bro. You're sorted. Just check it out. What is the best movie in your opinion? Says Nubear1 plays games. Flash Gordon. Or... yeah, Flash Gordon. Flash Gordon's the best film ever. I feel like we have bonded, Mr. Weebl. I too feel like we have bonded. There's been a good back and forth. This is healthy. This is healthy for us all. Right. It's not but scrolling too fast now. You should do a collab Christmas calendar 1 year thing 1 year with Ashens. That would work great for both of you. Animation one day, unboxing the next. That would make my life a lot easier, actually, if we could do that. Yeah, we've had a few thoughts on the calendar because last each time we do it, it seems like such a good idea at the start, and then halfway through the month, it just ends. I so little sleep. It's so taxing, and it's a lack of people who watch it make it very hard to continue. We want to do another because we enjoy doing it, but it may have to be like on Vimeo or something, which would be cool, you know, nothing crazy, but you get 24 animations and we can get loads of people involved and we can start writing it early and hopefully it will happen. Otherwise it probably won't happen because I don't want to die at Christmas. I hear that's quite a big thing for men, but there you go. Somebody said they had an idea for a song. Blue Fire Wolf Girl 14. I have a music idea. Equals, is that a dash? 3? I'm not sure. What is that meant to be? A nose? Or crazy? Is it meant to be like an unfinished willy? I don't know. Not the ballworms. I saw, where did I last see Flash Gordon? It was on a hill next to an observatory outside, and I had some lovely wine. It was quite amazing. The stars were all coming out. Highly recommended. Hi Weebl, your last audio submission on Newgrounds was in 2011. When will you put up more music on there? It's a fair question. I don't know. I should sort that out. I should sort it out. Unfinished Willy would be quite good. Would it be a good video? It would be a tricky video to do without being too rude. What is my favourite song at the moment? That's a... Ooh. I don't know. Because I've been listening to most of my music to make this album. Not that I'm in Savlonic or anything. But, yeah. All the music that's been on is Savlonic music at the moment. I'm trying to think. I've been listening to lots of different synthwave stuff. So I can't really pick one, to be honest. Let's go with Carpenter Brute. Why not? Go on, easy choice. But there you go. I don't only like 80s synth pop, by the way. My favourite genre of music for the longest part of my life is drum and bass. I should hydrate. Actually, I'm getting close to needing the toilet. I may have overhydrated. I do have a very strong bladder, though. We can do this. We can make it through. Oh, hey! It's nearly... God, it's late. We'll try. No, I'm not gonna... Yes, urinate might be the thing that's next. Oh, God. So, I used to have... When I lived in London, I used to have a shed that was the office. Like, this is the office now. The studio, whatever you want to call it. And as we cleaned it all out to move to Bristol, I found a bottle of really ancient pee. It was clearly pee. It was such a nasty colour. It wasn't mine. Someone, like, we'd had a few people sleep over. Tom Scar being one, who'd slept in the shed one night, and my wife's brother being another. Now, both of them have denied the bottle of pee being theirs. But it is definitely someone's pee. And I'm aiming towards Tom. I reckon Tom Scar's pee was behind my dustbin, weirdly. There you go. Gross. Sing for us, Weebl. What would you like me to sing? I will sing a song quietly-ish. And then I'm going to go and pee copiously. I'm going to pee so much. Yes, I do watch Rick and Morty distorted cartoons. I'm just waiting for the lag now to catch up. And someone, yes, damn it, Tom. He denies it. It could well be Sarah's brother. Right, Fat Labrador. Can I remember Fat Labrador's entire words? Here we go. I'm going to try and remember all of Fat Labrador. I will not be going to MCM in May because I believe I'm away. Narwhal's is a bit loud. Fat Labrador we can probably get away with now. Oh God, I don't. We'll do this. It's quite embarrassing singing without any song backing you. I had to do that once. It was very strange. It was for an ad job. Though they never told me. It was very strange. What was it for? Some banking thing, I think. They said, come in, write us a tune, and we'll chat about it. So I went in, and loads of people were auditioning when I went in. And I was like, oh, but this is a bit weird. And I went in, and there was just a row of people in a table looking at me, expecting me to sing the song that I'd written and recorded for them live in front of their face. Like, no one told me that this was what was happening. So I didn't have any backing tape or anything. It was the most awkward thing. It was the most awkward thing. Yes. Anyway, Fat Labrador. I should listen to it to figure out how it goes. Fat Labrador, big fat Labrador, fatty, 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 fat, fat Labrador, fat Labrador. Oh, I knew it's too right. What are the words? I should know this. Here we go. I have to close one of my other tabs to find it. I'm pretty sure I've written the lyrics on Fat Labrador Actual. Here we go. If it comes through this... Have I? Have I? I have. This is helpful to me. Move to a new window. Then I can see it. I can get back to looking at you guys. Here we go. Fat Labrador. Take 2. Here we go. Fat Labrador, big fat Labrador, fatty, 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 fat, fat Labrador, fat Labrador, crashing through the floor, fatty, 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 fat, fat Labrador, going off to war, it's Fat Labrador, have you been mistaken for the tanks? Fat Labrador, settle in the score, Fat Labrador, our nation gives it thanks. Man, this is hard. I need to hydrate. Hydrate, everyone, hydrate. Oh, the peony is strong. It's strong. Do I have to finish this? It's so embarrassing just sing. Next time, I'm going to do another one of these. What we'll do is I'll have a laptop and we can play the backing thing for the music. How does that work? So next time, come along. We will do a karaoke evening. An evening of karaoke with Mr. Weebl, wherein I can sing happily with the backing music, because at the moment it's quite embarrassing. It's very nice. Did you think my voice is nice? I should stop saying nice, but thank you very much. I've been talking for so long that my voice is quite sore now. Yes, we'll sing songs another time. But yes, karaoke. Drink all the water. I drunk a lot of water. I have to pee so bad. I gotta pee so bad. How will we know when the next live chat will be? I will inform you via Twitter. If you don't follow me on Twitter, it's the Weebl, one word with a big T and a big W on Twitter. Follow me there, or I believe it should come up in your subscription feed, maybe, or on the Googly Plus, which no one uses. But yeah, Twitter's probably the best place. I think it tells you there. But well, let's set a time. Let's try and I can't set a time, but yeah, it'll be next few days. Hydrate. 1944 was. Now it says quite clearly on the Kickstarter. Yes, we will do one video as part of the Kickstarter for the new album in the new style, new colours. Which will be animated by Creed, who is in the chat. He's here. Look at the links. And then as we if we get past the initial goal, we will be adding extra videos on. So any extra money is going to go towards paying animators to make videos for us, because that's cool. And hopefully we can do like a whole bunch. Like the ideal would be all 10 tracks basically, but it's very much dependent on you. So yes, anyway, I now have to go pee so bad. But thank you all for watching. Thank you all, those of you, and it seems several of you have definitely gone and purchased the Kickstarter things. Yes, you have. I can see someone that must be your names. Thank you so much. I really appreciate this. It's you can't believe how important it is to us that this is happening, and you are all stars in my eyes. Thank you. I will see you again soon. We will do more of these because they're quite fun. Murder on the voice. I'm going to dehydrate and then rehydrate because you must stay hydrated. Thank you all for watching. Good night to you. Good night. Good night.